Hey guys, it's James Custon here. Hope you guys are all safe and well. So today guys, what we're going to do is a FIFA 2021 Euro 2020 comparison. So we're going to compare all my FIFA videos that we've had from groups A to group F with the first groups, our first matches, and we're going to compare them with real life and see how well we go on. If I end up getting the correct score with the correct team, I'm going to give £5 to the charity. If I end up getting just a win or a draw, I will give £3 to charity. If I end up getting a loss, then I'm going to be giving nothing to charity. Okay, so here we go. We started off with Turkey versus Italy. My FIFA prediction was 4-0, and I gave £3 because Italy ended up beating Turkey 3-0, so it's not a bad start. Next off, we ended up with Wales. I had 0-0 as my FIFA 2021 prediction, and they finished 1-1. So there's another £3. So that's £6 at this moment. We now go to Group B, and I put Denmark 1, Finland 0, and Mesh. What score was it?
Denmark 0, Finland 1.
Well, really, the game shouldn't have gone ahead. I think this game should have actually been void because, as you know, Christian Eriksen did collapse on the pitch. So it was very unfair for them to actually continue the game and let Finland go on. But apparently, Eriksen said, please continue. So we continued on with the game, but you can just see Denmark was just nothing without him on the pitch. The next game we seen was Russia versus Belgium. I know I got this one terribly wrong. I had 2-0 to Russia on FIFA, and it finished to Belgium
3-0.
So, thanks to Group B, I'm giving away nothing at this moment. So, at the moment, I'm still on £6. Group C, we started off with Austria versus, it's Bulgaria in my version, but as you know, it is North Macedonia, and that finished.
Austria 3, North Macedonia 1.
So that is another £3 got to charity because I did end up getting the win. So we're up to £9 at this moment. Holland versus Ukraine. I've got Romania on my sheet. I know the result of that one. That finished 3-2 because it was an absolute phenomenal game. Because Ukraine ended up coming back for 2-2, and then a final score by Dumfries because he ended up missing a header in the very first half at the end of it, and then he ended up bagging at the very end from a decent cross from the left-hand side. So that is £12 at this moment. That is going to charity. Group D, we've seen England versus Croatia. Remember, I picked Greece because Croatia are still not part of FIFA. How shocking are you? I blame Pro Evolution. Up yours. It finished 2-0 to England, and the prediction was 1-0. Goal from Raheem Sterling. Fantastic goal. And that's another £3 towards charity. So we're up to 15 at this moment. Next thing, we've seen Scotland versus Czech Republic. I put 0-0. Mesh, what did it finish?
2-0 to Czech Republic.
I'll tell you what, Scotland were actually very poor in that game, I will say. We now move on to Group E. I ended up with Poland 1, Slovakia 1. Well, it's Slovenia in this case. And the score finished.
It was a 2-1 victory to Slovakia.
And to be fair, I don't know how Poland even lost that game. Because they actually had the main squad out that I actually had on FIFA as well. So it was a bit of a weary one, really. So I didn't expect them to lose that. Next, we got Spain versus Sweden. I had 2-0. Goals from Morata. I had 2 of them from him. And it finished.
Even game, 0-0.
And to be fair, Spain absolutely annihilated the whole game as well. Morata did slip up in the game about 4 or 5 times, I don't know how he didn't score, but on FIFA eventually he did. But in real life, it's shocking. And finally, we move on to Group F. We had France versus Germany. I had 2-0 to Germany, and I know it finished 1-0 to France, because it actually should have finished 3-0 to France, but they had 2 goals disallowed. But fantastic game for them. One of the best goals of the tournament actually went in, which was the first disallowed goal, which was absolutely fantastic. And then Karim Benzema ended up tapping one in from Kylian Mbappe's cross on the right hand side, and next thing you know, that ended up going pear-shaped as well for him, which went offside. So 0-0 there. And last but not least, Portugal versus Hungary. I ended up watching that yesterday, and I know it finished 3-0. My prediction, I had 4-0. So it wasn't far off, even though that last 15 minutes where Portugal actually came alive. It was really good to see. So out of all of the predictions I've had at this moment, Mish, how much are we going to give to charity?
£18.
Which isn't too bad, I suppose. So overall, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games out of the 12, which supposedly isn't too bad. Halfway there is better than nothing. So like £18, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that now and put it one side. So when it comes to the next lot of games that come up for match 2 and match 3, we're going to do this again for the match 2 fixtures, and then we're going to do it again for the match 3 fixtures, and then we're going to total up how much we actually get in that fund until it goes to the final 16. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video, guys, because it really supports me quite a lot. Also, comment down the middle if you think how the Euros are getting on at this moment, and do you think England are still going to win the Euros? Do you think that Portugal are going to end up winning it? Or do you think France are going to end up winning it? Or do you think the Germans are going to end up coming back? So, I'm James Cassin. Thank you very much for listening. And remember, stay safe
And
stay
standard.